These blue and white things are both power ins. The main ones that you will ever use is the blue one. The white one can connect power from one of the speakers to another speaker, but this one, the blue one, takes it straight from the wall or the generator. There's an on button there, which turns it on. The volume is pretty much all the way to maximum, which is the better way to do it. So have the volume high on here and not so high on there. And the microphone, there's an in and an out, but we just want the in there as well. Don't worry about that button, really. Okay. Usually this mixing desk, leave it in there because it's easier to use. Now, what it has, it's got two outs here, which is these ones, left and right. So there's only two types of cables. The ones that have these blue things, they're power cables. These other ones, doesn't matter the color, they're microphone cables, and there's two ends to them. One has a 3-pin, the other has a other way around.
Kind of receiver, yeah.
Yes.
I see what you mean. Yeah.
And so they're microphone cables. These microphone cables are also, they carry the sound from the microphone, they also carry the sound to the speaker. So either way, it doesn't matter which way you use them. There's a left and right out. If you're only using one speaker, you use the left as the mono out. You plug it in there, and that will go straight into the back of the speaker. You just figure out which of the holes it goes into. In that case, it goes into that one there, the top one.
It's the only one it can go into.
It's the only one it can go into. And then this one will go out to the other speaker. Okay. Now, the other thing I'll show you here, we can turn it on if we want. The blue thing, the little trick, you've got to click it. It clicks in place. Just give it a half turn to click in place. And that stops anybody pulling it out when they're walking around. And the other end is just a PowerPoint. Conveniently you can put PowerPoints in the back of it, so it can hold 2 PowerPoints. You can use any of these, but I usually will use the first one for the microphone in. So you plug that in, and the other end will go into the microphone here. Now there's a couple of things. Usually I would just leave all those knobs alone. I can explain them, but a couple of things that you need to know in case you're not getting any sound. So this is the volume for this channel. They're sort of in channels. That's 0. That's all the way to the top. Okay. There's also a volume for the whole thing, which is this one here. So while you're waiting, you have them both on 0. So if that one's up and that one's up, you're not getting any sound, just check this mute button there, because that will mute the whole channel. So make sure that's not pressed in. These are sort of like a second volume knob at the top here. You just leave them all the way on, but again, if they were down to 0, it'd be another reason you're not getting any sound. If you have a second microphone, you can put it into one of those. These knobs, should you ever want to use them, EQ. So they say this one will boost or cut high frequency, that will do mids, that will do bass. Usually for speakers, you want to turn the bass down because you don't want the bass but not have the highs up too much. If you just have them all flat, which is pointed straight up, is as good as anything. You've got effects, but you don't really want to use effects. That's really it. They're the main buttons you ever want to play with. And audio, if you're playing from a phone, usually I will take, some of the cables aren't here, that's a bit annoying. You'll put audio into that, that's the wrong cable, it's a 1/4" jack, and that will plug in, and similarly volume. Okay, so the one that goes into an Android phone, so you need the 1/4" jack to plug it into there, that's all you should do. And it might be you had that mute button pressed down, that might have been the thing that was...
And that will go into the back of a phone?
That will go into the back of a phone. So it's a connector from the USB-C onto that, is basically what it's similar to an iPhone. The best thing to do is turn up half an hour beforehand and play music through your phone and make sure it works. Like if you're trying to do it on the spot, it's always a hassle. It's, you know, and that way you've got time to sort things out. Because very often when you're hassled at some little thing, you've got the mute button pressed in or something else, and it's just stressful trying to get it done.